Hey everyone, my name is Shaun Murray, and in case you didn't know, I've been professionally wakeboarding for 30 years, and I love experiencing all sorts of products, any boat brand, and I love bringing you along for the experience. Now, just to clear things up, I am not associated with Centurion or any boat brand, and this allows me to go through this boat and give you my opinion on what it's like to be inside this boat and behind it. So today, I'm currently sitting in the 2025 Centurion Ri230. Now, if you're watching this video, maybe there's a chance you're looking into buying this boat. And if that's the case, you're probably gonna spend some time right here in this helm. Notice this seat does swivel. These 14-inch displays are some of the biggest in the industry. We're gonna pull the boat out, we're gonna stand at the stern, I'm gonna show you some really important things that are happening at the stern. We're gonna go over the interior form, the function, and of course, get out and do some wakeboarding. But before we head out there, standing at the stern, there's some really important features that play a big role when you're out moving on the water. First, on both port and starboard, you have your quick surf tabs. So let's say you're surfing over on the left side. The tab that's over on the right side is going to create pressure. The more pressure, the more the boat lifts or tilts to one side. And so that really plays a big role in how much you can customize the wave. Then right here in the middle, you have your stinger plate. This one is actually upgraded to the silent stinger plate. Now what this does is, as it pushes down to the back of the boat, that is going to bring the nose down, and it's also going to change the wake and change the wave depending on how you want to customize it. Now this has the silent stinger plate, which actually takes the sound from the engine and dampens it down, and so it really brings the noise level down to the boat. Let's get back out on the water. So we just hit the user setting that Centurion says, if you want to wakeboard, do this. So we're at 22.5. I think there's 50% in the bow, 75 in each side on the ram fill. So let's go look at this wake. That's pretty tall, that's pretty big, and that's not nearly full with all the ballast. There's a decent amount of weight in there. That's got a nice long ramp. What you're looking for in a wake is not only a good ramp, but that's also your landing. You want a nice smooth landing, so it's that nice meeting ground. Let's find out. It looks like it's got a decent amount of lip right here, which is gonna give you some snap. A couple little re-entries. That's switch, all right? Wow, some really nice snap off of that. Let's go wake to wake. Little mellow approach, no grab, little splash off the top. Definitely has like a little bit of extra lip. I'd like to take some of that out. The center tab is currently at 20%. Yeah, I'm definitely getting a little bit of a splash off the top. Kind of blasting through it a little bit. Let's go 180. There we go. That felt clean. That felt nice and clean. Let's go switch. Really nice landings, transitions. Accepts you, it receives you. I'm gonna side slide right over one into the next. Whoa. Let's kick it up just a little bit. Backside. Man, that's got some nice lift to it. Let's go switch 3. Gonna wait for the top. Heel side back roll. Comfortable. Let's go switch. Uh-oh, felt that coming. It's getting a little washy, honestly. Let's go Indy tantrum. Camera almost came out. Pretty fun wake. There's a lot of water to it, meaning it has a lot of pushback. My shoulder's a little bit jacked up, and I gotta be cautious of what I'm doing. And I want to get after it, but I got to be careful. So I'm really feeling it out. But I think I can just do a simple grab scarecrow. Let's try it. Wow. Oh, that's where you want the snap off the wake. That pushed the board up into me. That was super fun. Just the amount of snap that I got off of it. This wake really allows you to take it up. Watch this. We're just going to go straight up. Let's spin backside. Woo! But this thing has got some straight up pop. All right, we just moved the stinger plate to 40. Woo! Whoa! That's pretty nice at 40, actually. 30% on the center tab, that stinger plate. Really nice landings. This wake receives you really well. You know I want to send it. We want to do a railie. Should I do a railie? Okay, I'll do a railie. Here we go. Getting out nice and wide, go into a slide. Now I can get out even wider. Lock in, holding, standing tall, holding the edge. Yeah, oh! There's some, I get that extra lift. So you can obviously send it on this wake, but I want to find out, does it work well for everyone? What I've done now is I've gone from 75 feet, I'm into 60 feet. We've let all the weight out of the boat. We have the stinger at 40%, and the speed right now is about 19.8 miles an hour. Can you slow down below 22.5 and get a clean wake? Look at that. That was nice. Kind of whitewash. We're out in a little bit bumpy right now, but I'm not feeling that. Watch this. Sometimes it's deceiving of what you see to what you feel. Yeah, probably even slow down even more. But 19.8, 60 feet, that's a clean takeoff, a really nice landing. And how about some inverts? Totally. Should we go switch heel side back roll? We getting clean to the top. A little in the back seat. How about just a nice roll to revert? I took off a little early. That looks all right. Yeah, yeah, there you go. Still clean at 19.5. Yeah. That's what I wanted to feel. That's what I'm talking about. That's better. I'm gonna do a trick that's a little bit harder at slow speed. A toe off 5. Yeah. This is switch, toe side. Yeah, that was clean. 230, you're getting my boat. Let's go for like a cab 5, okay? No grab, go easy on me. We're gonna try cab 5. Yeah! Let's go switch, toe, late 3. Yeah. So let's start right here at the helm. As you can see, this seat swivels. So let's get it into place and get going. Being that I'm kind of short at 5'6", the first time that I sat in this seat, my feet didn't touch the floor and I'm like, well, that's weird. But honestly, after an hour of driving this thing, I didn't think about it again. And once you get going, you realize they keep the seat up nice and high so you get a good view. You also have this bolster. If you want to get an even higher view, which is helpful while you're surfing because it's going to ride in a more of a bow high attitude. And this gives you a good view looking out the front of the boat. This seat has a nice wraparound. It's going to fit a lot of different sized people. They also have this knockout. So while you're changing riders, you can turn around comfortably. Seat also has power, so you can move up, down, forward, and back as well. Throttle's got a great design, but check this out. The armrest is pretty good. It feels like it could be a little bit wider, but it's enough to comfortably sit here, run the throttle, but of course you also have your cruise control. You not only have the ability to adjust your speed up here on the screen, you also have these paddles. On this side, you have your stinger plate. When you add this, it's going to bring that up and down so you can get some quick adjustments. This is a wireless charger. There's wireless chargers throughout the boat, but this is in a really nice location, but it's also sitting right above the head unit. So if you want to change the volume, they actually have this analog knob. During the daytime, some screens are going to be hard to see. These, not at all. These actually have really good visibility. You can adjust the brightness. You want to stay warm? Watch this. We're going to turn on not only the seat heater, but you also have these heater fans. Listen. The driver has 4 dedicated heaters that are going to blow right onto them to keep them nice and warm. Let's say it's a hot day and you don't want the heaters on. You not only have the ability to open that windshield, you can also open window vent on this side and over on the passenger side, the port side. And that's going to allow some air just to flow through here. I don't know if they intended this to be operated with your foot, but it's the tower switch. Sure, you could reach down and do this. When you want to bring the tower down, but I do this. This is the upgraded Predator Power Tower. Well, let's say you want to stop it halfway and still have somebody surfing or wakeboarding, you can totally do that. Doesn't matter where you stop this thing, you can tow at any point. Now, the two main features of the ROV, or the range of view system, are the cameras on the boat. Now, you have one at the stern and one at the bow. The one on the bow is really nice if you've got somebody maybe in the water you're picking up, but I find it's really nice when you're putting the boat onto the trailer to know when you're exactly in the right spot. One at the stern, it's honestly in kind of a low location, but it gives you a good view of the person who's surfing off the back of the boat. Downside is the resolution of the cameras, neither of them are that great. You get to see stuff, but not in that much detail. So they could potentially upgrade those cameras a little bit. Right now I have quick launch on. What that means is as the boat begins to go, that stinger plate is going to create pressure in the back of the boat to keep the bow down. That center tab's at 100%. I'm gonna give this power pretty quickly. Nose stays down. I have not lost sight of the horizon. We're gonna get up to 30 miles an hour, and you're generally not gonna do this. I like to see how these boats can handle if we turn aggressively at a fast speed. Wow, that's tracking well. That's tracking well. Smashing some rollers, not backing off. You can feel the Opti V-hull cut through that. Boats are usually going to turn one direction better than the other. This feels pretty even both sides, honestly. Let's hit these going slow. Most boats you're not going to go 30 miles an hour and start cranking turns, but I like to see, can it do that? And it feels balanced, turning left and right. Handles rollers pretty well. Centurion has some default settings. If you want to wake surf, they have wakesurf, pro surf left, pro surf right. If you want to wakeboard, they have wakeboard. This is where I feel like they have some opportunity to add some other default settings. Right now, if you're wakeboarding, you're going 22.5 miles an hour and they're filling up some of the ballast. But let's say you're a beginner wakeboarder. You don't really want ballast in here. You want your speed to be like 20 miles an hour or slower. So I would say they could have some more default settings in there, maybe some more wave settings, but they do make it very easy. If you figure out the wave that you like, you hit save as, create your name. And this has Shaun Silveira's. This is his boat. He has Silveira left and right. Well, you guys can go check all this stuff out at centurionboats.com, and you can create a boat in 3D, spin it around, check it out, look underneath it, see the ram fill vents. Like, it's pretty cool that you can go do that. And then you can see the amount of places that you can customize these things. Not just pick which tower you want, but they've got tons of different gel color options. And there's so many even just within the tower. Then there's a ton of different options on the exterior and the interior. And that's just the gel options. That's the color, that's like boat paint. There's tons of different upholstery options, not just the material that's used, but all of the different color zones. You can make your boat look so individualistic to exactly how you want to do it. It's pretty incredible. And then also the gator step. This stuff is found all around the boat, whether it's up on the gunnels or places that you don't want to step on your upholstery, wraps around the bow. And you can also customize the gator step if you want it to be 1 layer, 2 layers, 3 layers, and every time you add a layer, that's another way to customize the amount of colors and things that you see in it. Go check them out at centurionboats.com if you want to build yours and just have a ton of fun checking those things out. So the Predator Power Tower, speaking of customizing the colors within this, but you can also get different speaker options depending on the tower and the stereo that you get. You can customize different stereo options within the stereo system. You can change all of the different zones depending if you want more sound within the boat or behind the boat. If you're out on a lake and there's people around, be considerate in how much you blast the music, right? Look at it. You can stop this. That's a great feature. These have this nice protection so that your boards that are kind of fragile sometimes, and then you have this so it really holds any size wake surfer, wakeboard, top and bottom. And you also have life jacket drying racks on these, as well as out on the side. The bimini that comes on this, it's massive. I love it. So much coverage, but it also has storage on top. Let's go look at that. On the Ri230, it's such a big boat that I actually had to stand on the tower to access these. Don't have to on the 230. And we have the tower just slightly lower so you can see it. But these are some nice straps, tuck them up underneath there, but you also have these as another option for additional board racks. Foil being in the boat doesn't work. On some racks, they don't necessarily work so great. Foil racks. 2 boards here, 3, 4. That's 4 boards per side. You have 8 board positions available on here. Great board storage. You've got access to your sack as well as some storage if you want to put things back here. Right here is where your transom cam is. 2 cup holders. You have control for your stereo. They have these plastic trays in here, and it's nice because you're gonna lose some storage. When you fill this sack up, it's gonna take up some of the space, but even when it's full, you can still get some life jackets in there. But this is to say you will keep this space. Both sides. Little storage in here if you want to fit some different things in here, whether it's maybe some shampoo, you know. I bring a lot of shampoo, I don't. You have port and starboard lean backs. And you can put them to different settings. Dual fuel fill both sides, so whether you pull up to the dock or a gas station, you're not gonna mess up. Stern, midship, and bow retractable cleats. You also have inserts for your bumper keepers, the little plunge that sticks into there. You can legally have 2 people up here, but you got a lot of space. So whether you want to face this way, go in this direction, you got some nice flip down armrests. You have 4 cup holders, as well as charging ports over here on the port side. And of course, the non-skid wrapping around here. So if you're walking to the dock or the beach or onto the trailer, whatever, that's nice so you don't have slippery gel coat. If you want to close off or you want to climatize that side of the boat, say you want the cold air to stay out, you can slide in the air dam, close this. On both port and starboard, you have storage underneath these cushions. They do have sacks in them, but even when they're full, you still have a little bit of space. So fill them up, see what you got, and then you can maybe fit some more life jackets, towels, or anything you want to fit into there. This cushion is hiding even a little bit of storage up there. You can fit a couple small items in there. You also have access to your removable trash can, in-floor cooler, another wireless charger right here. Centurion has a really nice location for their battery switches. Just simply open this up, turn all your batteries on or off. So under this seat, you not only have a bunch of storage, but you also have things like your removable trash cans. Also stored under here is this table. It actually has a bunch of different spots that, depending on where you move this sliding seat, which we're gonna talk about here in just a minute, you can move the table to these different positions. Underneath all of these seats in the storage areas, the boat is sprayed with a rhino liner. So it's really durable, but they also have these removable mats. This is actually a lean back for rear facing seating. We've got another one on that side, I'll show you in a bit. Additional storage. Then as we're moving this way, I'm gonna show you this sliding seat. Multiple positions that you can move this along. It doesn't have like a flip up lean back or anything, but they do have these stab ends that get stored up in that area. And so you can put those not only on this side, but you actually can put them on this side as well. So if you wanted the seat in this position, you could put the lean back here and be facing forward closer to the driver. This removable cushion gives you access to the storage. This really gives you better access down here. This not only flips up to give you more access to the storage, but also becomes a lean back. On starboard and port, you've got this exact same area over on the port side. Wireless charging, cup holders. So with just 6 in this area, that brings our total to 16 cup holders in the boat. Get the table and you're gonna have 20 cup holders. So between all of the different ways that you can customize this thing on the gel colors and the upholstery, as well as the gator step, you can really make the Ri230 yours. So if you guys wanna do that, you guys can head to centurionboats.com, check out all the different ways to just make it look unique, and check out all the other models that they have on there if you guys want to explore the entire line. Well, Centurion, thank you so much for allowing me to check out the Ri230. And Shaun, well, thanks for letting me borrow your personal boat. If you guys want to see how this thing is for wake surfing and how Shaun customizes his to get it dialed in for wake surfing, you can check the link in the description below. If you guys have any questions or comments for me or Centurion, you guys can put those below. And always appreciate it when you guys like and share. And if you don't subscribe, you can consider doing that and hit the notification bell. No matter what you're doing, always enjoy your ride. Peace.